Good evening, Mrs. Ibrahim. Mr. Odumosu, good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Hello, good evening. I
All
can
right,
hear you clearly. Good evening.
good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Mr. Kimbo Bola is Emmanuel. Good evening. I hope we can hear me.
Good evening, sir. Yes, clearly.
All right, that's fine. Uh, my name is Adewale Kendi, and I will be the one moderating this section. I know this is 5 p.m. already, and we have just few of us on board. I would indulge us to please spare us, I think, about 5 more minutes while we have people come on board so that we have more people joining us.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you. Okay, I think we can begin now. Good evening, everyone. Good evening once again. My name is Adewale Kehinde, and I will be the one moderating this section. And today we are going to be looking at our finances, business finances for SMEs. This, I hope I am audible enough. Just want to be sure. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So today we'll be looking at business plan financials for SMEs. We want to look into how you can plan your finances, how your accounting is needed for your business. And going through today's section, we have with us Mrs. IBUKUNOLUWA Fisayo. She'll be our facilitator for today's section. Can you just help us say hello to everyone?
Hello, good evening.
I hope you've heard her beautiful voice and you can see her face because she's making use of her camera. Okay, so a very quick one. I would love to read about Mrs. Ibukun to us. Let us know who our facilitator is for today, because I know that we'll be having so much to learn from her. We'll have a lot to learn from Mrs. Ibukun today. Okay, so a very quick one. Let me tell us who Mrs. Ibukun is. Mrs. IBUKUNOLUWA ODUMUSI is a highly enthusiastic professional accountant with a proven track record of achieving results. She contributes positively to the growth and realization of set targets in organizations. She's a graduate of accounting and a fellow of the Association of Certified Chartered Accountants, UK. She worked with the Ministry of Finance in Imo State briefly, after which she joined the Candle Company Limited, that is in Lagos, as an account officer, where she was rated as the best staff in the accounts department. She later joined Jais AgroSciences Limited as the head of accounts and finance, and then moved to the Embassy of Belgium as the expert administrative operative in accounting till date. Mrs. IBUKUNOLUWA is also a member of Flourish Africa, and she works here by SMEG, that is SMENG. She's also a co-owner of GISO Agro Concepts Limited. She has a rich and diverse experience and from challenging areas of work in finance, accounts, international trade, and cash management. She's happily married and blessed with 3 boys. Okay, so with your emojis, and if you can clap where you are, I don't know, that would be very interesting that she hears you clap. I would want us to welcome our facilitator for today, Mrs. ODUMUSI IBUKUNOLUWA Fisayo. Can you please let us have your emojis? Yes, thank you. I can see from Japan. Can you please appreciate Mrs. Ibukun for us? Because I know that we are going to learn a lot from our wealth of knowledge. Mrs. ODUMUSI, over to you, ma. Thank you very much.
Okay. I will start by saying thank you for the privilege to be here this evening. I hope I'm very loud and clear.
Yes, you are.
Okay. All right. I'm glad to be here, and the privilege to take this session is not taken for granted. Okay, so I will just go straight to the business of the day because of our time. Basically, we'll be talking about business finances. So I believe in the house we have business owners of different grades, and we'll be talking on how you can manage your finance. How can you build your finance? How can you assess for the finance? Because what makes a business basically is your finances. That is what makes the business. The business is all about what you put in, what you can do with what you put in, and then what you get out of it, and how do you get more to put into it. I'll start by saying in Nigeria of today, there is an open secret, a common challenge with business owners, and that is you can sell off what you have in stock, but the challenge is how do you replenish what you have? And that is where the issue of business finances comes in, because of the high rate of inflation, the instability on prices in the market, you find out that a lot of stores are closing down, a lot of businesses are being starved of finances because after selling what they have, and when they go back to the market to buy that same product, they find out that what they have in their hands cannot buy. So they need more money to buy the same product back into the store. And so this evening, we'll be talking about how can you strengthen your financial game? How can you strengthen your business finance? How can you be better? A lot of us has been doing one or two things to ensure that we keep records, we have trends and all that. But for some persons, it might be a reminder. For some other persons, it might be an outright knowledge to be shared. But I will just take you through. So I would like to share my slide while I take you through the session. Just a minute, please. So I don't know. Adewale, could you help me with that? I can't see because I'm not the host. So
Would you want me to share the slide for you, ma'am?
yes, please.
Okay, let me do that from my end.
So that it will be easy for the audience to follow
All
through.
right, just a moment, please.
Okay. All right. So while he's doing that, I will just tell us that accounting is more than money. Accounting is more than just keeping records, just keeping your money. Accounting is far, far, far more than that. Having your business finance is more than keeping your. Could you make it bolder, please? Could it be
Okay,
bolder so that I can see clearly? Okay.
what about
I will
this
need
one?
yes, I will need the next slide.
Okay, the next slide.
Yeah.
This.
No, the very next one.
Okay, okay.
Yes, the main slide. So as I said, for SMEs are of different grades. No matter the business you do, at this stage, you would fall into SME, whether you're into printing, you're selling things, you're into services or goods, or whatever, you would fall into this. And accounting is very, very key for you to scale up your business. And it's not just about tracking money. It's not just about tracking your income and expenses. It's far more than that. If you really have a dream, you have a vision, you have where you want to see your business in the nearest future, then keeping your records is good, better, but you need to surpass that. You need to go into real business financing. And that takes us to what we want to study today. Now, like I said, your accounting, it's so some persons are not even tracking money at all, so they've not even started. But if you already have a level of bookkeeping, maybe you know what comes in into your business, you have an idea of what goes out from your business, you have an idea of what you make in a day, then you're already step one to what we want to discuss. So as SME, you operate in a very competitive and complex business environment, especially in a country like Nigeria. And that's why you have to be able to build your record such that you can stand when there's need for maybe a loan facility, for instance, when there's need for grants, for instance, and when there's need for an investor, somebody might be willing to invest in your business and want you to pitch what you do, or an angel investor or somebody like something like that. And also even for your own strategic business needs, you need to have those records in place. Now, a lot of businesses in Nigeria, which is just an open secret, are struggling on how to get sources. How do I get sources? When you approach the bank and you need some money, they will tell you, yes, we are giving SMEs this money. But by the time you get there, they will give you long list of checklists, very long lists that you need to meet. And you find out that those long lists are actually there's no way you can meet it up. There's no way. Like for instance, a bank said they are giving women entrepreneurs less than 10% as a single digit loan, and then okay, approach us, and you approach them and they tell you go and bring a guarantor that earns 400% of what you want to get. So you see, those are the issues. So but it's not insurmountable. That's why you are here this evening. So I would want to mention how you can manage your existing finance. You have some money already, you're already running a business, you're doing a turnover. How can you see that you don't fall short of your turnover despite the limitation in buying capacity now. You see that you don't fall short, you manage it such that you are still able to have stock on your table. And also, how can you build financial stability? I would want to go to the next slide. I wish I could do this myself so that it's more flexible. Can I go to the next slide, please?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
already showing it.
Okay, thank you, Esther. All right, so why is accounting important? Accounting is very important. That is why no matter what you do, no matter the profession you are in, no matter the business you are in, the aspect of accounting cannot be sidelined, because if you sideline it, then that person is already heading for a downfall. It's important because your records, your reports, the whether it's a table, you write it in a book or you have it on a system, it shows the health of your business. It diagnoses you. It shows you, yes, whether you are healthy or not. No matter how little that record might be, it will give you an idea of your financial state. It will give you an idea of your profit level. It will give you an idea of your potential risk to know, oh, I don't even have enough money to buy this stock now. Let me just buy 20 because I cannot buy 10. And it also guides your decision, because by the time you see your financial status, you will be able to take a decision to say, okay, yes, I have enough profit. Yes, so we can buy this machine. I have enough profit, so I can increase my inventory. I have enough money now. We can do this. But if there are no records, there's no way you can know. And that just takes me. I will just go and say that is why a lot of business owners miss opportunities, because when you come to them with an opportunity, maybe for a grant, for instance, by the federal government or by an NGO or something, and they say, but I know this person does this particular service or trade in this particular goods. You are very good. You can go for this grant. Then you start hearing stories. I don't even have CAC. I don't even have the records. I don't know what I sold last month. There's no way they could trace. And you see such person will just miss the opportunity. So keeping proper records, having good accounting records, it will help you to guide your decision, and it will also give you, make you to know where you are. And also it would also give you insights into the future. It will also help you to be compliant. I've already mentioned it, compliant. Even when tax people comes to you, you're not afraid, because already you have what it takes, you have all your record intact, and helps you to take strategic business decision. At this point, I would want to be very practical, because this evening we're talking about practical insights. It's not just theoretical talk. Practical insight. Now you ask yourself, you have been running this business for the past 5 years, or maybe 2 years, or even 6 months. Maybe you sell foodstuffs, for instance, you sell palm oil, or you sell clothes or shoes, or you deal in services. Uh, Can you tell me how much you've made from January till now? Can you tell me what your profit is from January till now? Can you look back and say, yes, not just your gross profit, your net profit, after you have removed your transportation, carriage expenses, cleaning of your shop, sweeping, everything, all the costs. Do you know how much your net profit is, even for the past 6 months? Because this is July now. If you don't know, then you really need to start to keep your records, because there's no way you can grow without keeping proper records. You cannot grow. You will just keep on rigmaroling. You will keep on being in a cycle, and that cycle will take you nowhere. But if you really want to scale up your business, if you want to be in the heights that you really want to see yourself, that I want my business to have this turnover in the next 2-3 years, then now is the time to start keeping your proper records, because that's the only way that you'll be able to scale. There's no way you will know. Maybe you sell 10 products, for instance, or 5 products. Do you know which product is the best performing product from January till now? Do you know which product is giving you the highest margin from January till now? Record based, not just on your head. Do you know the percentage of contribution of each of your products into your turnover or into your profits? If you don't keep records, there's no way you can know these things. And that is why we're taking introduction. This session is just a hint, because there will be a broader session coming up later in the month, where you would have a we would have time to dig more into practical aspects, and we would share templates on how you can keep this record. So I will not be going into that now because of our time. I will need the next slide, please. Now, there are challenges in SME accounting. You know, there was a time I was when I was still a bit young in the profession, I used to do some stock keeping for a boutique. The boutique is quite a big boutique, but I go there on weekends. I help them to take their stock. I do my work, and then on weekends I just go there to take their stock, check their records and all that. And when you say do this, they will say, there's no money. Or you say, but you need an accountant in place because they were making so much money. Why don't you hire somebody to just do this for you? They'll say, I don't have money, I don't have money. And you find out that they kept losing. Because if you don't put the right people in place, especially when your business is growing, you would be losing at a point. What you think you're gaining, you're actually losing it. So some challenges in SME accounting, because I've interfaced with a lot of SMEs, and these are some of the things we hear them say. Why can't you keep proper accounting? Why can't you make sure that your records are straight? And maybe you are here and you also have that same challenge. You are just thinking, accounting is expensive. I cannot, let me just be keeping it in my head. My head is enough memory for me, or this book. What if the book tears? What if the book gets soaked? What if the book gets lost? What if something happened, fire, and you can't, and the book is gone? So that is why you really need to keep the proper business finance, because business is all about growth. What makes your business is growth. It's not just what you are today. So some of the challenges that SME face, I will not just say SME, I will say that you face as a business owner. Maybe I will take some input later as we progress. But the ones I have here, I will just mention is that limited resources. Some will say, I don't have money to buy that software. I don't have money to hire that accountant. I don't have money to buy even ordinary computer to put and do Excel template. They'll say, I don't have money. And some, they don't even know how to do it. If you're a business owner and you don't know how to operate a computer, even if it's just to do Excel, please learn. Because the only way you can strengthen your business finance in the world of today is if you have your records intact, timely, proper, and accurate. That's the only way. If not, you will just be a you will just be doing money-making venture. Oh, there's difference between doing business and making money. Can I give you this illustration? Can I hear somebody say I in the house so that I know I'm not talking to myself?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
All right. Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you for the response. Thank you for the response. All right. Okay. So I just want to give you a simple illustration. Somebody who just makes money and somebody that is in business. Somebody that, if I go to you, let me use Adewale as an example. I gave Adewale a pencil. I bought the pencil for 10 naira, and I gave Adewale, and I sold it to Adewale at 12 naira. How much have I made? How much have I made, House?
You made 2 naira.
I want to be sure that you are flowing with me. You're not just connected.
2 naira.
So you made,
I
made 2 naira. But does that make me to be in business? No. I just made money. That didn't make me to be in business. If I have a car and then I feel this car is old and I sold the car, maybe I bought the car for 1.7 and I sold it for 2.1. I made 400,000. I just made money, but that doesn't make me to be in business. A lot of people that call themselves entrepreneur, call themselves business owners, are just making money. They are not in business. What makes your business is your trained records. What makes your business is ability to be able to turn over what you make into the next accounting year. What makes your business is for you to be able to have clear ratios that defines you. Your business should define you, if I see what you have on records, I should be able to say what's the health of your business as of that time. So making money.
Can anyone still, okay, I think it's on network. Sorry, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, yeah. I said one of the principles in accounting is consistency. You should be consistent with your record. If today you are going digital, you are using a computer, an Excel or a software, tomorrow don't revert back to paper. Today you cannot say I want to start using this method, and tomorrow if you are going to change your method at all, let it be that you are upgrading. Maybe you are using paper before you upgrade to using Excel, or you're on Excel before you upgrade to using a software, and then from software to software, maybe from Sage to ERP, like something like that. So that is better, but not using inconsistent processes for your accounting. It would not help you to achieve your goal. Another thing that is affecting a lot of businesses in Nigeria is credit history. Credit history is killing a lot of entrepreneurs, especially with the advent of these online loans. It's killing a lot of businesses. You see, people say, I have finances today, they get the money. Because of the inflation, they cannot turn around that money to make the margin they had planned. And then they find themselves in a liability that the business, the asset worth, the net worth of the company cannot even pay. So that is also a very big risk that is affecting business. So as a business owner in Nigeria, please avoid anything credit, because unless if you're going to take a credit at all, make sure you have a mapped out plan on how you want to pay back, not on speculation, on actual mapped plan. If not, it will ruin your business finances. That is why a lot of SMEs are crying. A lot of SMEs took the NISAL SME loan during the COVID, and a lot of them are in soup today because they cannot pay back. So that is an aspect I would just want to stress. And as a business person, well, this evening we're talking about business finance. So I'm not talking about your personal finance. I'm not talking about how you make money for your family. It's basically for your business. What are the risks? A lot of business owners divert funds, misuse of money. They divert funds. The money comes in for the business, but they divert it to school fees. They divert it to house rents. They divert it to this, especially SMEs. And in the long run, you find out that they cannot meet the financial obligation of the business, and the business keeps on scaling down. And when your business starts scaling down, it's a red flag. So you need to, because remember when we started, I mentioned how you can maintain business financial stability in your business. Hence all this point I'm bringing out. Misuse of money. Another aspect of misuse of money is when you don't have the right accounting data, you misuse money. When you don't keep your records, maybe you have so much bags of rice in your store. Somebody came in, bought 10 bags of rice, and the money came in bulk, so much. And you feel, oh, I have money. And then you go for an unnecessary spending without looking at your records to see that these 10 bags that came in was sold at 68,000, whereas in the open, at the depot or in the open market, rice is already going for 72,000, and you felt that you just made 680,000. That person has not just made money. That person just went into loss. So misuse of money when there is wrong financial data. If you have the right financial data, by the time you impute it into your system, you find out that no, we cannot spend money now. Yes, we need to buy this thing now, but we cannot, because what came in cannot be used. So we cannot ignore accounting at all. We cannot ignore finance record. Keeping it cannot be underestimated, because it's the hallmark of all you do in business. Another thing is that when you don't keep proper record, you end up hurting yourself. You would gradually begin to erode your reputation, because especially when you have people invest into your business, or you have somebody that bought goods and is coming back to pick the goods later, you find out that you have reputation being eroded and you lose trust. And as a business person, when you start losing trust, then that person is already taking steps to downfall. Another point there is missed opportunity. I've said this earlier. Bad data, improper data inaccurate data would lead to missed opportunities. Because when there was a time I was informed about a grant by World Bank, and the World Bank wanted to give a grant for people that do solar, and then we contacted quite a number of persons that do that business. They do it in a big way, and they're actually in money. But unfortunately, they had no records. They had no records that was sufficient to make them eligible to go for the grant. And that is one of the biggest challenge with Nigeria SME. Delist yourself from that list. Start keeping your records today, because opportunities will keep coming, especially now. The government is really looking at funding SMEs, but they will only fund the right SMEs. Even when the money is there, they will not just give it to you because you're into agri, or give it to you because you are into solar, give it to you because you are into renewable energy. No, they only give it to you if you are into that selected business they want to fund, and you are eligible. You have the necessary data. And another thing is, when you ignore accounting problems, you can fall into legal trouble. Maybe if you have a shop, for instance, and the Inland Revenue comes to your shop to ask you for revenue. Have you paid your tax this year? Though in Nigeria, we're not so serious about tax, but with Tinubu being there, you cannot say what will happen. So who knows? They come to your shop and say, oh, we need you to do this, and then you don't have any compliance. You have not paid tax. You don't even know what your profit is to make tax. You cannot do your personal judgment yourself. Those are the risk when you ignore accounting, when you ignore keeping proper records. So I would just want to go to the next point, and that is accounting, financial statements, business and finances. What exactly are we talking about? It's not just bookkeeping. It's not just to have a book. You rule it. I sold 2 units of pencil today. I sold this today. Yes, that is good, but it's far more than that. As SME, you can start, even if you don't have any knowledge of accounting, you really don't need to employ an accountant for you to start keeping good records. You can start in the simplest way you can. Yes, the common and the main accounting statement, the income statement, which people know as the profit and loss account, the balance sheet, or you call it the statement of financial position, and the statement of cash flows. Yes, those are integral, important, main accounting templates, accounting reports. But there are other simple reports that you can generate for yourself, that you can customize to suit the need of your business. If you're into servicing, there are simple templates that you can use that can help you to have an overview of what is happening in your business. If you are into trading, there are simple templates that you can use, even without, investing in accounting software per se. There are simple Excel templates that you can use that would still give you an idea of what your financial status is. If you're into manufacturing, for instance, you're into processing, you're into production, there are simple templates that can help you that can give you an overview, that can explain, when you look at it in layman terms, what your business is doing. And this template, I will just mention a few that you need to have. And also, the few I would mention are actually general templates that works for any sphere of business you operate in, whether you're into servicing or into trading, production, manufacturing. So some of these templates are inflow and outflow template. You need to have a template. It's just very simple. You go to Excel, you type inflow, you go outflow, you do plus minus. If this one enters and this one goes out, how much you remain. By the time you sell goods, you know how much came in, you put it there. Somebody, and then they bought unit for the electricity unit in your shop. You go there, you take it out. Landlord came and said you have to pay for cleaning for the month. You go there, you take it out. So simple templates. And this inflow and outflow template can serve as your income statement. It's just a layman way of doing your income statement without necessarily going to the complexity of understanding accounting as a whole. You can do this. This is what you can do yourself. Stock monitoring template. If you are not into servicing and you are into trading or manufacturing, you need to have a stock monitoring template, a template that monitors your inventory. What comes in, what goes out, what was transferred. I didn't sell, but I gave it to this woman to help me to sell. Take it out of transfer. I didn't sell, but I took it to the house because the rice in the house has finished and we are selling rice in the shop too. Then you took some noodles and you took it to the shop. Take it out of transfer. You need stock monitoring template. If not, you will just find out that you enter the shop one day and you can't, and you'll be asking yourself, what happened? Did my sales girl steal it? What happened? Or did rat come in? Was there a theft? And then you really need to have an accurate, timely stock monitoring template. Another thing you need to keep, depending on the size of your business, is daily cash flow report. Daily cash flow report will tell you what transpired at the end of the day. Your inflow and outflow expense template can be a bigger template for the year, for the month, but your daily cash flow report at the end of the day, you know what comes in, you know what goes out. It's completely different from your inflow and outflow expense and template. The daily cash flow shows maybe you have a loan that is due and you have to take it out of your cash. This one is a layman way of doing your statement of cash flow. I mentioned to you, who can tell me what the inflow and outflow templates represent in a layman way?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Matilda. Could you
Yes,
help?
ma'am. So the inflow and outflow tells us how much that is coming in every day, or let's say for the monthly period that you're there, and then outflow will say how much you are spending. If you are paying for electricity bill, if you're paying for maybe cleaning services and all that, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. The inflow and outflow template is a layman way of doing your income statement, is a layman way of doing your profit and loss account. While your daily cash flow report is a layman way of doing your statement of cash flow. Adewale, your end is raised up again. Hello. Okay.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you once again, ma'am. Can you please make use of your full screen?
Okay.
Just to up, it's down right
Yeah, I can't.
beside the Zoom.
Just right
Can you
beside
see
the
it?
80%.
Beside the 80%, the icon beside the minus. You might be because you are
Yeah.
sharing your screen. It might be other.
Okay, it's fine. Yes, I'm there.
Have you seen it?
Yes, but I can't find my. Okay, I need to see my file again. I can see my file. Okay, don't worry. I can. No problem about that. I can get the file from somewhere else. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so I was talking about that your income statement is a layman way of doing your POL, which is your profit and loss account. Your inflow and outflow templates is a layman way of doing your profit and loss account, whilst the daily cash flow report is a layman way of doing your statement of cash flow. So you necessarily not need to have an accounting background or have an accounting maybe degree or whatever before you can do these things. They are very, very easy, and we'll be going through detailed section of this in our next training, which will be at the end of the year. Edrica is organizing the training at the end of this month, which would go deep into this template, and we'll also share samples of this template for you so that it's something you can take home and work with and practice on yourself. Those templates will be released to you for your own use. So I implore you that you join that training at the end of this month, July. Okay, that's just a digression. Okay, so I go forward and say, for you to understand the importance of this statement, then you need to understand what they do. Your income statement, which is the main professional accounting statement, and I've told you, as an SME, as a business owner, you can customize your own inflow and outflow template, and it shows you your financial profitability. What is your profitability as at that period you are looking into? Did you make a profit? Did you make a loss? How did you transpire? How did the period go? What happened to you during the period? Because your business is all about saying that what you put in, at least you get something more than what you put in. And then what does your balance sheet tells you? Your statement of financial position. What does it tell you? It tells you about your assets and liability. Maybe you have some assets, maybe you're into manufacturing or you are into processing, and you have some machines, you put it there, the use of the machines, the cost of running the machine, what is the machine doing, what is the lifespan of that machine, and also what are your liabilities. Maybe you have a loan in the bank or you have somebody to pay. And I have to say here that anything you put into your financial report, whether the template you are making yourself or the real accounting professional report, they must be related to your business. Anything you put into your report must relate to your ordinary business activities. You cannot buy a cloth, for instance. You buy a dress, for instance, for yourself, and then you put the cost into the business. You cannot fuel the car for yourself and then you put the cost. So whatever cost you are going to put into your template must relate to your ordinary business activities, ordinary trading activities. So if you are not into that aspect of your business, let that income or that expenses go into other expenses. There is a provision for other income in accounting. So it can go, that income can go into other income. That expenses should not show, should not be, counted as part of your bottom line. And then my next point here is, okay, what are the tips for business finance? I'll run fast because our time is running so fast. I have just like 10 minutes because I would like to take some questions as well. Okay, so what are the tips for business finance? I said it before, I will just re-emphasize. You need to go digital. If you don't know how to operate the computer, please do learn. You don't need to learn Python or learn data processing. No, just learn how to operate MS Excel, MS Word, something, especially the Excel. You need it so that you can create simple templates for yourself, as I've already explained before. So in this age, if you can operate WhatsApp, if you can come on Zoom like you are right now, then you should be able to go on the computer and learn how to operate, especially the Excel. It will help you a great deal, even if you cannot afford buying a software, especially QuickBooks, which is very good for SME. If you cannot afford to buy that, your Excel will solve a lot of your problems. Access anytime. This is if you have the funds, depending on the side of the business, you can buy bigger softwares, ERP, Sage, and the likes. Then of course, cloud system is the way to go for that. Then if you keep proper records, it builds confidence in you and it will help you to grow. You can scale without worries. You can talk to investors without worries. There is an opening for somebody to come and pitch your business. You can go and talk about where you are now and where you want to be. I'm talking about your history, your current stage, and your projections. If you have records, it's easy for you to grow without worries. And I tell you, a lot of persons have money and they're looking for where to put money. If you position yourself right, you give yourself the right record, because nobody will deal with you without record. And very soon, in the training I talked about later in the month, we'll be talking about business plan as well, because your business plan defines you, and that's the next level of growth. So you need, by the time you go digital, whether through small Excel or you have the funds to buy the software, you see yourself growing. The growth might be small, it might look insignificant, but by the time you accumulate the growth, you find out that you are not where you used to be. And then if you cannot hire an accountant, you cannot hire a bookkeeper, even if it's a school a secondary school living older to help you keep records, then you can hire somebody on part-time. I told you there was a time I was doing that. I would just go to the store, help them to take records. On weekends, I go to work normally, but on weekends, I just go there to take the stock for them, and I get my money and I go. So you can hire somebody depending on the size of your business. If your business is getting bigger and you cannot comprehend everything that happens every time, just hire somebody on a part-time basis that can come. It can be once in a month, it can be once in a quarter. That just helps you to check that your records are still okay and puts you on track. The next slide is talking about accounting must be quick and adaptable, especially in this age. I've already mentioned that you must be able to adapt to what happens around you, because you have to keep real-time accounting. If you wait until everything accumulates and you now start carrying your book to input, you find out that you will miss a lot. So for your business finance to be what it's supposed to be, keep real-time accounting. What do I mean by real-time accounting? Enter your records as it occurs. Don't wait until it accumulates, and because by that time you will get confused, you would not even know what happened, you might forget some things. And accounting also helps you, the business finance helps you for better operations. It helps you to be able to cut out unnecessary costs, because by the time you see your results, accounting is just like a diagnosis. It diagnoses your business. It diagnoses what is happening. It helps you to take smarter decisions. And I've already said this, it makes you to stay legal. For the future, we're rounding up the session. What are you taking out? I want to ask you a question. Are you ready for growth? You've been running this business for how many months now? How many years now? Are you really ready to move out of where you are? Yes, I understand. The times are hard. This might not be the best time. Nigeria is facing a challenge. But I tell you, in this same Nigeria, a lot of persons are making it. A lot of SMEs are moving forward. A lot of SMEs are growing because they position themselves aright for them to take the the step for growth. So my question to you is, are you ready for growth? Are you ready to expand your business? Are you ready to see that business move? I tell you, money is the least of it. So don't tell me I don't have money. No, when you give yourself, when you have the right records and you do the right things, when the opportunity comes, you can launch on it. But when you don't do the right things, when the opportunity comes, you cannot see. So just prepare yourself for the opportunity. Start keeping the right records. Start making sure that your records are timely, accurate, and proper. And then at that point, you're already setting the pace for growth. And then you find out that your business can have the long-term success. It can have that going concern that you foresee. And also your customers will trust you, investors, partners, they will trust you. And definitely access to financial grant loans, you will definitely be able to do it. Like I said, a lot of banks are given, especially women. Sorry, the men, I hope you're not jealous. They're giving a lot of single-digit loans. Have the right records, make sure that your records are in place, and then sure, you will be able to. Yeah. So as I round up, I just say, hello, can you please mute the person? Okay. As we round off this session, I would say that what steps are you taking into a brighter future? Take a step towards modern tools today. Don't just give up. Keep it up. Lead the way. Please, could you mute, please? Yeah. Move to update your accounting methods. Don't stay at the back. Update your accounting methods. And then remember that efficient accounting, especially with platforms like Edfrica, is not just a training, but Edfrica would definitely guide you to excellence. As I said, we have another session coming up towards the end of the month. And the session that will give you practicals, will release tools, templates that you can use for your business. So make up your mind to stand as an outstanding SME person, as an outstanding entrepreneur, as an outstanding business owner, and embrace this change for a brighter and more profitable future. Thank you for listening.
Please, Margaret, you are muted.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, man. Can you please make me the host back?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You can just take over the host, either Aaron or you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. IBUKUNOLUWA. Really appreciate you for this section. Before we move on, I don't know if we have any questions. Please, if you have a question, just use raise your hand so we can do a head count. Just raise your hand so we can do a head count, so that we don't have the questions coming. If you have questions, you should. Who else has questions, please? You should, after this whole section, just one person has questions. No, you should have more hands. You should have more people willing to ask questions. Or is our business finance going fine? Do we like it the way it is? Or to say, do we really understand all what she has said? Okay, it seems we have just Kushimo is also out of the call. The only person that wants to ask questions is also off. Does that mean we don't have anyone who has questions? We should have questions now.
Probably they understood everything I said. Okay, Kushimo is back.
Okay, Kushimo is back. Okay, Kushimo, you have the mic. You can go ahead.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I'm in market, so I'm just running for the noise so that it will not, affect us. Now, madam, I just want to say thank you for all what you have been saying or the teaching so far. I really enjoy it. But there is something that I just want to ask. In a business where you have a demand of a lot of products from production in a business that you need enough capital to make some target. So and you try to being search for a capital to run the business. So and you try all your possible best to do that, and everything was like, being failed or some things. So I just want to ask, what can the advice or something that you can tell that kind of person to meet up the business? Thank you.
Okay, Akushimo, can your profile picture, I can see that are you into shoes making? Or that was
Exactly.
just,
Exactly. Yes.
okay, you're into shoe making.
I'm into leather work
Okay.
products. Yeah.
Okay, like leatherwork product. Okay, there are three basic ways you can raise finance for your business. The truth is, raising finance for business is almost an unending tour. That is why you find out that big companies, you still see them making adverts for shares. You see big companies, you still see them trading on the stock exchange. So raising finance cannot sometimes, most times, is an unending journey for an entrepreneur. But I will just give you three main ways to raise finance, or let me say four. Number one is to raise from family and friends. That's the truth. Because and for you to do that, I would ask, what is your network like? Who are your friends? Who are the people you relate with? What is your social network like? That's about the easiest way to raise funds. And that's what was when I was talking. I talked a bit about building credit history. That's about the easiest way to raise funds now. Is through family and friends. The other way to raise funds is through loans, but please, not loan sharks. Loan shark, not loan sharks. If you really need to raise loan, let it be from commercial bank. Let it be from a commercial bank. And before any bank or any institution, financial institution, maybe microfinance or whatever institution will give you a facility, we will bounce back to the topic of our discussion today, business finance. They would want to see your track record. That is why keeping these records cannot be overemphasized. If we really want to raise good funds for your business, please start keeping good record. Because even sometimes, some family and friends, they want to see what you've done for them to put their money into your business. Family and friends would want to see what you've done over time. They want to see where you will be next year. Some family and friends would also want to see that sometimes. So these are the ways, family and friends, and two, loans through banks, whether commercial bank, microfinance bank, but please let it be well cut out. Look at your projections. Know that you have the financial viability to pay these loans back so that you don't end in serious issues. So loans, of course, but there must be documentation, definitely. Another way is grants. There are a lot of grants for manufacturing, processing out there. If you Google grants for SME, you will see 1,001. But those grants will still ask you for documentation. That's why you see this issue of documentation, business finance we're talking about today is the bedrock, is the foundation for any growth you want to scale in your business. Anyone you talk to, the next point I would mention is investors. Investors would definitely want to see what you're doing. They want to see what you've done. They want to see what you're doing currently. They want to see what you will do in the future. Even the banks want to see these three levels. So you can definitely raise funds for your business. And when I started talking, I talked about the issue in Nigeria now that you have the money now, you sell something or you make something. By the time you go back to the market, your cost price has almost doubled. So the need for finance cannot be overemphasized for any SME operating in Nigeria. But for that SME to be able to thrive, you have to have proper record. When your records are proper, accurate, it can be verified that they are actually true, then you've already taken a step out of the pool of being able to access finance. I hope I'm clear. Ibrahim Kushimo, your end is still raised up. It's like,
thank you very much, man, for that beautiful explanation. That's really the session was so interesting. I gained a lot. Thank you very much, ma. Mr. Manuel, is he still on the call? Okay, he's not on the call. I don't know if you want to say one or two things.
I'm here, I'm
Mr.
here, I'm
Abiodun.
here.
okay, I
Oh,
think
I
he's
didn't know
here.
you were in the call, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. We'd love to have one or two words from you.
Okay, yeah, so you can see me.
Yes,
So, Matt,
we can.
thank you very much for the session. Personally, I enjoyed it and I learned a lot about business finance. It shows that you're not just a book accountant, but a practicing one and a go-to authority in this industry. So thank you for the session. We'll be sharing the video with you so that you can also spread it among your network. The fact that we have a lot of entrepreneurs here who actually want to document, want to learn about their business finance shows that at Africa, we're trying to do something great. We're starting small, we're looking at a bigger picture. But I'm seeing Margaret, I'm seeing Chidebere, I'm seeing Rose, I'm seeing Oluwabukola, I'm seeing Chooks, and so many other people who have small businesses, but because they dream big, they know they need to document. One of the key elements we stand for in Africa is to support entrepreneurs to achieve their desired objective or their goal. You need the funding, you need the opportunities. Like he said, if you go to edfrica.org, up now, you'll surely see a funding opportunity. Just search in the archive, just search for the past 1 week. I am 100% sure you'll find one opportunity that you could apply for. And these are the kind of people that you can reach out to say, please, I found this opportunity and they want me to do a business plan. A big testimonial, she actually did a financial and business plan for some people, and they got some significant funding. And it's not 5,000 fund or not 2,000 fund or 10,000 fund. Significant funding because of our expertise. And so that's one of the things we keep saying. We're bringing experts to you. When you have opportunities, you don't even know how to get the opportunity. Please talk to us. We'll direct you to people like her to help you achieve your goal. Is my network breaking?
No.
Okay, good. So to achieve your goal, we're here to help you and support you. I want to say thank you very much for being here. We have another session tomorrow on LinkedIn. My team, they are capable. Akin, Dewale, Pedro, Biodun, Aaron, all of you guys are really doing well. So I'm going to hand over to you guys now to just take it over from there. Inform everybody about tomorrow's webinar. And I think for me, it was a good session. Thank you very much, man. And thank you again.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Manuel. And once again, Mrs. Odumusi, we really appreciate you. Just as she said during the call, she said that we'll be having another section in between the year, which is you'll get to learn more. And we hope to have you join that section. We'd love to have you join that webinar as well. And just as Mr. Manuel had said, we'll be having another section coming up tomorrow, and we'd love to have you join tomorrow's section. We have your contact, and we'll definitely send you emails as a reminder. Yes, we'll send you reminder emails for tomorrow's section as well as the links. I trust our team that we have a community where we pass information almost regularly. You'll be added to the community as soon as possible. For those who are not yet on the community, we'll get to the community. You'll be added to the community soon. So once again, Mrs. Ibukun, thank you very much, ma'am. Really
all right, thanks for having me. Yeah, a privilege. Okay.
Let me very quickly, let me do this. So by 5 p.m. tomorrow, we're having another one, how to boost your LinkedIn presence. We all know that we want to, every business needs to capitalize on the use of the digital space. So we shouldn't limit our businesses to just our WhatsApp status, our Facebook, Instagram. There are a lot of things going on LinkedIn. A lot of people are really getting so many things from LinkedIn. So it's another time tomorrow to learn from the doctor himself, Dr. ODUMUSI Emmanuel, and I don't know if it is a miss or a missus, but Adidamola Kolawole. Tomorrow it's going to be another wonderful time, another wonderful section. So everyone, I say thank you for joining today's section. But before we round up for today, I would like us all to, if we're in a place where we can show our screen, where we can put on our mics, our cameras. If you are in a space where you can make use of your camera, would you please do us a favor of putting on your camera? At least let's see your beauty. Okay, let me start first. Okay, this is me. Okay, well, just a few of us. Mr. Manuel, we cannot see you well, sir. We can see you very well now. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Do we have the link? Yeah, the link for tomorrow's webinar is on the group chat. It's on the chat box rather. You can copy from the chat box, and but it will be sent across to you as well. It will be sent across board to everyone, so you can join tomorrow's webinar by 5 p.m. as well. So once again, I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you for joining. We really appreciate you. And I believe that everyone has learned one or two things because I have my own table. I came with my notepad. Let me show my camera once again so everybody will know I have my notepad. So I came with my pen and my notepad. So I have things noted already that I want to go and use for business and all that. So once again, we say thank you very much. We really appreciate you. So till tomorrow, do have a beautiful evening. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Thank you very much. Bye.